Hey guys, it's Trevor Laird here and welcome back to Exscudo Talk episode number 10. Now we're going to start out with our weekly EON giveaway. Then we'll go into the Exscudo ecosystem health check, go on to our exchange and check out the market, see what's going on, and as well look at the global markets and this apparent fire sale that's happening on altcoins. We'll finalize the episode looking at two incredibly important comments that were made by the Exscudo team this week on Discord. So let's not delay anymore and let's get started. Take a look up. If this is your address, you are this week's winner. I will be sending you $10 Canadian worth of EON at market price a little bit later today. So congratulations. And if you guys are watching this for the first time and want to know how to win, just make sure you download channels and get an EON address and put that in the comments section below and you'll automatically be entered for next week. Well, when it comes to the system health check, no news is good news. So basically no outages for the week. All gateways are open and everything is fully operational. On to the Exscudo exchange market news. Now I have a quick question for you guys. Do you prefer this white background or the dark mode? I don't know how it's appearing on all of your monitors and TVs, so please put in the comment section below whether you want this to be dark or if the light is working just fine. But besides that, let's dive into the market news. So what we had this week was about $150,000 USD reduced in our weekly average trading volume. Obviously, we saw that there was a big correction that hit that bull market trend, and that may have driven that kind of freeze in the cryptocurrency space on buying and selling. Just, people try to figure out what is going on. But overall, you'll see there's a correction all the way down all of the pairs. Basically, almost every one is in the negative. This is one of the reasons why I want to talk about EON first this week, because it wasn't. Firstly, we have EON Euro, and as you guys see here, we're closing in on 3 euro cents, currently trading at about 2.7 euro cents. So this is a good increase that we're having so far, and I'm seeing more trades going into that order book. But what I really want to talk about was BTC EON, because it did something it hasn't done for a long time. We've seen so much volatility in this chain so far, and especially with that bull market run that we're having running all prices up, and then we saw about almost 20% corrections across the board in cryptocurrency over the last 3 days. EON has not been that affected. The average price that we're seeing over the last month is really holding out pretty strong, but it did drop briefly into the 180,000 EON per BTC range. And that was after BTC had had a large correction. So even with that in account, if you look at the price, it would have pushed the price of EON within that trading moment to be around 8 cents. And it held there for a while before last minute on the last day before recording this, and it pumped back up to 450,000 EON per BTC. Now we know with the low volume that there's obviously some big fluctuations, but it was bouncing almost forever against 300, and then suddenly we had it push through into the 180s. So 7 to 10 cents right now is a good target from my perspective. I would not sell EON for any less. It is definitely a hold or a buy time right now. Now looking at the total global market news, what we see is a wall of blood-soaked red on the board, but really this can be expected. You saw that we had a massive run up throughout almost all of August in price, and then that kind of stagnated with some few declines that happened over the last 2 weeks. Now, basically, you had probably a bunch of investors who were sitting on this money that they've made a huge take profit on if they were buying in early August, and then you had that sell-off continue. But what's interesting about this bull run fire sale that's happening right now on altcoins is we're really seeing which altcoins have a investor base that proves their survivability. And we're also seeing what the bottoms are for a lot of these cryptocurrencies, even after the bull run. So with BTC, it seems like our new hit wall is $10,000 USD per BTC. That seems to be where all investors, if it hits 10,000 or anything less than that, it gets bought up like crazy. And that would put BTC at an excellent buy opportunity now, trading about $10,100 USD, variable depending on the time that you're watching this. But as far as other cryptocurrencies as well, this is a huge opportunity to buy in. Not if they had a 300% jump and then drop 20%, that may not be the best. But if there is a price point that is correcting, this is probably a time to buy. And EON is no joke, an excellent buy right now, especially since we know that after these bull runs kind of go up and then they taper down, you know what comes next. They go back up again, and this is the time to be a buyer. So there was two very important comments that were made in the Discord chat this week. Now, the first one came after a whole bunch of different commentary that was on the Discord chat about lots of different projects in the cryptocurrency space. And we had Ivan from the Exscudo team come in there and talk about what they're doing and where their main goals are at. But the important part in this first comment is the talk about the EON 2.0 development. Now, we've been looking into EON 2.0, the second tier of the blockchain, and this enhancement to the blockchain coming out for a while. And one user within the chat pointed out one important thing that they had maybe forgot, is that the EON blockchain is centralized, okay? So EON, the source code is not completely open source because Exscudo and the EON network have proprietary technology that they want to hold on to within their system. But an important thing that they pointed out is that EON 2.0 is going to be more developer friendly, allowing them access to some of that stuff so that they can develop on our blockchain, almost like Ethereum or other chains that allow secondary projects to develop off them. We talked many years ago about why we have those technical coins put aside. That is what it's for. And this is really interesting here because you know that the fees coming through for people who are holding nodes can get much larger when these other projects go off and the value of EON constantly increases. The second important comment from Ivan within this chat over the last week is giving a date for an update. So normally, especially for the last year and a half, Exscudo has really held off on giving any kind of firm dates for any of their launches of their products. Now, we've been looking into MultiBroker now, and we've been really excited about it since my last AMA with the Exscudo CEO, Andrew Zamin. And now Ivan has given us a kind of, it's an open time frame, but still, he has said that their plan is to launch the MultiBroker in September. We know this is going to be a massive feature that connects us to some really huge exchanges like we talked about last week. And yeah, very exciting stuff coming up from that. Okay guys, that is it. That is all for the week. We can definitely hope that that MultiBroker does happen sometime in September, or at least gets rolling out, because that can be a huge thing. I have been a proponent for a long time that EON is incredibly undervalued. It should be like $1 right now with what we have in our ecosystem compared to other projects and what's coming up on the horizon. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to leave an EON address in the comments below as well, and I will enter you into our giveaway for next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share these videos. It really helps. For Exscudo Talk, I'm Trevor Laird.